everyone, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Today we're going to look at a 2023 Bushwhacker DS. Now this is part of the Bushwhacker Plus series. There is a standard Bushwhacker, but it's a teardrop that you can't stand up in. So if you're looking for something with more amenities, maybe a bathroom, you'll want to look at the Bushwhacker Plus. Now this 15-foot DS is one of 3 15-foot models that are available in the Bushwhacker series, but this one's a little unique for a couple of reasons. It has 2 facing sofas that turn into a bed, and it has a separate toilet and shower. What do you give up? Really not much of anything, because you've got all the amenities that you would be looking for in almost any trailer. The great thing about Bushwhackers, they are a great value for what you're getting. Yes, they're small. If you have a 3,000-pound towing capacity, this trailer only weighs 1960, so you've got plenty of space in there. It's 15 foot 6 inches long, easy to tow. It does have about a 300-pound tongue weight. That's always something you're going to want to check out if you have a lightweight tow vehicle, because tongue weight sometimes is limited. Now remember, features and options, they can always change. So be sure to check out the features that are important to you if you're taking a look at the 15DS. Now let's go inside and get started. With the small trailer, the first concern is how tight is the space. The height in here is a little over 6'1". Now, most of you guys know I'm 5 foot tall, so it's great for me. Someone taller, that might be a concern. You don't have an air conditioner on the ceiling though that's going to drop down like you do in a lot of trailers. You do have this wonderful power fan up here. It is a 3-speed, and with some windows open, you're going to get a great airflow through here. So that's a great standard feature here. Now let's turn around and let's look at the kitchen first. Across the front, on the left, there is the monitor panel that it's going to tell you what's in your tanks. This has an 18-gallon freshwater tank, an 18 gray, and an 8.5 black. So fairly nice sizes for a trailer that is this small. Down below, you're going to have your water pump switch and both water heater switches, because this has a 6-gallon DSI gas and electric water heater. Remember I told you really aren't giving up much in here? It's got all of the appliances that you'd be looking for. The sink, yeah, it's not huge, but it's very workable, and it does leave counter space, which is really nice in a trailer this size. It's about 6-7 inches deep, so it's workable with a little bit of a arch on the spout. Now over here on the right side, excuse me, I can't remember my right from my left, you've got a 2-burner stove, and again, you've got some working room around it, which I think is really nice. The 2 lights above keep it nice and bright in this kitchen area. Now just above that, they have put a shelf, which is about 8 inches deep on the bottom, but it does have quite a curve on the front. It's very aerodynamic style. It's kind of a larger teardrop style, so you're probably only going to be able to use 4 or 5 inches of that. But storage space right up here, and on the right, the Jensen stereo, the AM/FM Bluetooth stereo that is going to work really well connected to your phone, give you some great sound inside and outside. Storage down below, big cabinet here, nice open space. You can see we've got the power cord stored in there right now. And to the right, the microwave. It is underneath the stove, a little difficult to get to maybe, but you do have a microwave, and that's a plus. Over here, the Everchill refrigerator. Now, this is a 3.3 cubic foot refrigerator, which, let me tell you, I see a lot of small trailers. This is huge for a trailer this size. It is 12 volts, so it's running off the battery. You're going to want to keep that battery charged, and if you're plugged in at the campsite, that's no problem at all. If you're not plugged in at a campsite, there is a port outside for a portable solar panel. So you're going to want to consider that accessory to keep the battery charged, to keep that refrigerator going. Now, if you're not familiar with the compressor-driven 12-volt refrigerators that are pretty new to the industry. I'll just tell you, they're going to cool off in about 2 hours, which is wonderful. Standard RV refrigerator is going to take 12 hours to get cold, and it's going to use just a very small fraction of your battery power. So it's not going to drain your battery like the old ones did. I'm a big fan of this style and having this much refrigerator space in a trailer this size. You do have the countertop above it, you know, always great to have a little more countertop, and a cabinet just above here. This cabinet's about 12 inches deep, lots of space there. And over here on the end of it, there is the furnace controls, because this trailer has a 12,000 BTU furnace. Plenty for this size trailer, going to keep you nice and toasty even in really cold weather. And then a switch right here for the porch light on the outside. Now, one of the great features in this trailer is that it does have a separate toilet and shower. It isn't a combination bath like you'd find in almost every other trailer that's this size. So let's take a look at how they do that. Whenever you have a small trailer with a separate toilet and shower, which I know some of you love, then you are going to sacrifice a little bit of elbow room. There's plenty of walking room to kind of step in here. The toilet is in its own compartment right here. The shower, it has a nice pull across door, so you don't have to worry about that shower curtain being in your way. The space in here is a 2-foot square. That sounds tiny, but honestly, it is enough space for most people to work. Now, when I step up into here, you lose a couple of inches. So this is 5'11" right here where I'm standing. But when I step in the shower, you actually have a skylight on the top. That's going to bring it back up to 6'1" in the shower. Again, not super tall, but plenty for a lot of folks out there. So while this is not a luxurious space, it's very workable. And if you're looking for lightweight and compact and you want a dry bath, that makes this model particularly interesting. All right, let's look at the sleeping area in the back. Let's start by talking about the teardrop style. You do have a curved roof in the front and curved in the back, which, you know, the tallest person probably doesn't want to sit on this end of the sofa. But for me, it's really pretty comfortable. It's not a problem at all. The curve does a couple of things for you. Not only is it aerodynamic, but you get one piece of fiberglass starting in the front, going over the roof and down the back. That's great for longevity, for keeping the water out because you don't have all those seams and you don't have TPO or anything else like that on the roof to deal with. So a couple of pluses, a really cool shape, and tall people sit on the other end. Let's just say that's really how this has to work. This is a 5-foot sofa, so it's pretty comfortable. It's very soft. The pillows on the back are super nice, so I could really enjoy hanging out in this space. It's not huge, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable because there's windows on both sides. You're going to get airflow coming in through both of them if you want that cross breeze. That's a really nice feature. Now, this is what makes your bed, and I know a ton of people will say, oh, I just hate making up my bed. But I'm thinking in this unit, it might be super easy. First of all, these are both jackknife sofas, so they lay out really easily with one hand. I can lift this up and lay it down. I use 2 hands. Sorry about that. It's not hard to do. Now, you might want to put another pad. The 2 cushions are not perfectly level, but for some people, that doesn't bother them at all. Now, depending on who's sleeping here, you could just put down one side and leave the other one up as a sofa. All right, now the size of the bed, if you put down both sofas, is going to be 6 foot wide and 5 foot long. So that's going to be a 60 by 72. A standard queen is 60 by 80. So you've got the width, but again, a little bit shorter there. There's storage underneath this sofa. This sofa has a lot of gear in it, so there's no storage under it at all. But there is under this side, and that is where we have the table stored. When the table is up, let me put this right back up. I like to grab the back. It makes it easier. But when this is up, you've got 2 poles and an oval table. So it makes it really easy to slide in and out of this sofa. You don't have those sharp corners to work around. Very stylish. Great if you want to have 4 people here playing games or something like that. The 2 poles just make it really stable. Let's talk about a few more things in this area. Up here, you've got the 5,000 BTU air conditioner. Plenty of air to cool off this space with that. You do have a little storage on the top, just by the way the cabinet builds in. There's a nice little space tucked above it. Now, on the other side, on the edge of the refrigerator, there is the standard 110 plug, like a household plug, and 2 USB ports. You know, I would be charging my phone on that platform on top of the refrigerator. It's a great countertop space for all of those types of electronics. And then there is a switch there because being a 12-volt refrigerator, that switch is going to turn the 12-volt on and off. You don't want that to be on when you don't mean for it to be running. So you can turn off that refrigerator if you don't need it. All right, down below, real quickly, you'll see there is the forced air furnace right underneath me. Now that switches by the door. We talked about that earlier. Next to that, the carbon monoxide LP detector. You always want to be sure that has a green light on it and it's working, so you're safe. And on the end, that's the converter that will take the shore power and change it into 12-volt power to run pretty much everything on this camper except the air conditioner. That's right. You could take this camper off the highway, park it anywhere, and everything will run for a period of time without the air conditioner. So, I don't know, that's a huge plus. All right, there's a lot to see in here, compact space, but you can see that there's tons of features. Let's go outside and check out what's out there. Outside, it's really cool to take a look at this trailer, imagine how much is inside, and I just love the teardrop shape of it. The venting for the water heater is right here because it is located underneath that refrigerator. There is a 110 plug, great for any accessories or extra lighting you want to put on the outside. 15-inch off-road tires and the aluminum wheels, just a really nice touch. I mean, did I mention that this is one of the best values on the market for a 15-foot trailer because it's nicely priced and it's got all the features I've been showing you. I don't know, I just want to be sure everybody knows that. Now, right under here, just like you would find on a much larger trailer, you do have a gas port to set up a grill outside. Always nice when you're setting up that outdoor space. You can see the rounded back here. Spare tire is located just underneath, and it is a full-size spare. And stabilizer jacks on, of course, the corners. On this side, the hot and cold outside shower. Now, that inside shower, really nice for most people, but if you wanted a little more elbow room, a shower tent and this outside shower could easily accommodate. Furnace, and the shore power cord hooks in right here. If you're hooking up to the hydrant and you don't want to use the 18-gallon fresh water tank, you have your city water connection on this side, and down below, the hookups for the black and the gray tank right here near the front of the trailer. To keep that battery charged if you don't want to camp at a plug-in campsite, the portable solar panel plug-in is right here. And that's going to keep that battery charged, keep that refrigerator running nicely. Filling that 18-gallon fresh water tank and just some extra venting right here for the bathroom. And around the front, battery goes right in the back, propane tank, easy to get to, easy to replace right here. The jack, 2-inch ball, all the standard features. You'll notice there is a diamond plate right here on the front for the rock guard. That's particularly nice when you have this rounded front. It makes it aerodynamic and it catches all of the gravel and anything that might get kicked up there. So you can see that this trailer has so many nice amenities going for it. It is the Bushwhacker Plus 15DS. So check that out if you're looking for something super lightweight with tons of features. I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll see you next time.